Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm up bright and early to give you the best Amazon Prime deals for AI, GPU mining, CPU mining, all of the best deals on computer hardware. So after a quick word from our sponsor, let's get into it. Are you tired of your current mining pool offering pretty underwhelming tools and high fees? Well, today I'm here to talk to you about emcd.io, the sponsor of today's video, and how to make the switch and why you might want to. EMCD has a couple key benefits that put it ahead of other pools. They offer an extremely competitive 1.5% base fee. They also offer human support 24/7, so you can get any issue you have quickly handled, which is huge. EMCD has an all-in-one ecosystem that includes a staking platform as well as a built-in wallet platform. Pretty cool to have it all in one place. The biggest benefit that you'll receive with mining through emcd.io is the ability to merge mine. And not only can you merge mine Dogecoin, but you can also merge mine Bitcoin, which is massive. You can mine Bitcoin and any other merge mineable coin at the same time, fractal Bitcoin being the big one. EMCD will also auto-optimize for the maximum amount of profits for your set amount of hash rate. Why not get the best bang for your buck? So if you think you're ready to try it out, I'm going to leave two links down below. The first one is a 20% discount on commissions for the first 30 days for new users. And the other is a special link for those miners who have over 5 petahash in Bitcoin hash rate. Click that one and emcd.io is going to give you some special offers that even I don't know what they are. So check them out, guys, and let's get back to the main video. I'm actually pretty excited for Amazon Prime Day this year because generally with GPU mining, you can't really get GPUs for good deals on Amazon, so there hasn't been that many crazy deals. But now that I'm moving into CPU mining and AI, I need RAM, I need motherboards, I need CPU coolers, I need power supplies. So there's a lot more potential for deals, and there are some pretty dang good ones that I myself am probably going to have to buy a few items today. So as always, I will have links for all of these items down below. They are affiliate links, and I appreciate the support. Coming up first is some DDR5 RAM. I didn't really find any deals on DDR4 RAM. This one is just okay, but it's a 32 gig kit of DDR5 RAM, 6,000 megahertz, so very fast speed. And it is $76, down from $105. So you'd be looking at about $150 for 64 gigabytes. That's pretty decent for DDR5, but not the craziest thing. The big thing here is that you have that 6,000 megahertz speed, which for CPU mining is very important. I figured out in one of my last videos. Up next, we have some DDR5. This is a 64 gigabyte kit, 6,000 speed again, and you're looking at $160 down from $235. So this one slightly more, about $10 more than the last kit for 64 gigabytes, but you get the RGB on there, and it's a pretty big drop from its normal price. I do have my little price tracker on here so we can just check that we're not getting fake deals, and it does look like this is basically the lowest that it's been in a long time. So it's a pretty decent deal for this Corsair Vengeance DDR5 RAM. Coming up next, we have some power supplies. So I've been looking a lot into power supplies to properly power my rigs once I get GPUs on them, because I can't really use just the junk 500 watt power supplies that I have. And this one, now I don't know the brand, Raid Max Vortex, but this seems like an insane deal. So this is a 700 watt bronze PSU. Well, now I'm reading it. It says bronze and gold. So I'm not really sure which one you're actually even getting. But regardless, I think it's probably worth the risk here because you're getting 700 watt power supply for $30, which is way cheaper than you can find anything. And I'm just going to assume it's bronze. I don't know why it says gold on there too, but I think I am going to go ahead and buy one of these. Never hurts to have an extra power supply around, and especially a 700 watt is good for pretty decent GPU on a salad rig. Nothing crazy, but certainly wouldn't hurt. So this is one I might get and just test and see what happens. But again, $30 for a 700 watt power supply, that's better than you can even get used like on eBay or locally. Up next, we have another pretty crazy deal here. This is a Thermaltake 850 watt power supply for $80. So not too crazy, but this is a well-known brand. Thermaltake, it is gold, so this one will last a long time, and you're getting 850 watts for $80. So not bad at all here. I have a couple other crazy power supply deals. This one is interesting. So this is a AGT series. I'm not familiar with that either, but it is gold certified, 1,000 watts, and this has the 12 volt power port for newer GPUs like your 4090s. A lot of the 50 series have them. So when I got my 4090, I had to specifically go out and buy, I think, $150 1000-watt PSU that had that 12-volt power rail right there. Now, granted, I got like an MSI Platinum one, but if you want a more budget one, this could be a good option here. So 1000 watts for $88. That's actually almost as cheap as the Thermaltake 850 watts. So this is a pretty good one. The reviews appear to be pretty high. This is another one that it's going to be very tempting for me to just go ahead and buy this right now while it's on such a good deal, because I do imagine myself getting more like 3090 type cards for AI. So this is the Mini Forum Ryzen 7945 built-in CPU motherboard combo that I made my CPU mining rig on. If you haven't seen that, I will leave a link up here. But this is a pretty good board. I will say a lot of people in the comments did have concerns about the longevity of this and the warranty not being very good. Some people had said that theirs had broken. Obviously, mine's still fine. It's only been running for a few days, but that could be concerning to some people. Now, I am going to underclock that CPU to hopefully reduce the temps and increase the longevity of the board. But for $360, that's cheaper than what I was able to get mine for that video. And it was $500 not a week ago. So if you do want to get one of these and test out a pretty high-powered CPU mining rig, when you underclock these, they mine like 18 kilohash at like 100 watts. So you can definitely get much better than the performance that I got in my CPU mining video. These are pretty sweet boards. So I will have a link for this one down below as well. And don't forget that card if you want to watch the video of that CPU rig. All right, now continuing on with the motherboard theme here, we have a Gigabyte 550 board for $70. So why I wanted to bring this one up is I'm always looking for budget AM4 motherboards to make kind of budget salad rigs on. I actually have some coming from AliExpress right now that we're going to test and see how they do. But normally I buy a $70 ASRock B450 board that is super slimmed down, has basically only the bare essentials on it. Whereas this one has 4 slots for RAM, still only 2 PCIe slots, and the VRM doesn't look that good either. But my thought here is that this is the same price as those normal ASRock boards that I normally buy, but it's a B550 instead of a B450. So if you need a budget AM4 motherboard, this could be a good option as well. $70 down from $100. That's a pretty significant deal. All right, now we'll move into a couple CPUs. Nothing too crazy here, but I just wanted to list some of these out. The Ryzen 9 7900X would be one of the better 7000 series CPUs to mine with, and this is at $300, and this is a pretty good deal actually. When you take a look at the historical price, you can see, I'm not sure what this 239 is marking, but right around that 300 mark, maybe slightly below, is where you can normally get this. So not much of a deal, but that is an option if you need a good CPU for AI or for CPU mining. Now this one is a little more interesting. So I mentioned I'm getting those AM4 motherboards off of AliExpress for like a very budget salad rig, because I'm realizing that it does not seem like the CPU or the motherboard or even the RAM, from what I'm seeing so far, matters that much in terms of getting jobs. So I'm planning on putting a very cheap Ryzen CPU in those AliExpress motherboards. And this was just a good, very cheap AM4 CPU that I found, a 5500 6-core for $66. That's pretty dang cheap. If you want to know what I ended up doing, I got Ryzen 2600s off of eBay for $40. So certainly even much more cheap than this, but still $66 is not bad if you want to try to make like a budget rig when you already have a good GPU. All right, let's move into some storage. There is some pretty decent deals here, not as much as I was expecting, but we have a 1 terabyte WD Black SSD drive here. The speed on this one is very, very good, and it's $70 for a terabyte. So if you were going to build a PC and needed a boot drive or something, this is a pretty good option. Though honestly, I don't think with Salad that you need one that's this decked out in terms of speed. So let's keep this in mind. This is more for like a PC build that you're going to be using. $70 for 1 terabyte. I jumped ahead. I got a couple gadgets first here. So these are my Govee smart meters that I use to monitor the electricity on my salad rigs because they go all over the place. So I really need something to accurately detect it. And these are on sale on Prime Day, down to $20 from $24, and a 4-pack, which is what I just got, is down to $29 from $36. So if you're gonna get these, and I would recommend it to monitor if you're even profitable or not, and it makes you feel better when you don't have a salad job and you can check the power of your rig and see that it's only pulling like 10 cents a day. That's really not the biggest deal when they don't have jobs. So pretty good deal on this right now. I'll have that link down below as well. This is the test bench that I've been making all my rigs on. A lot of people have been buying these with my link. Thank you, everyone. And this is down to $15 from $19, and a 2-pack is down to $29 from $36. And I just bought one of these like yesterday. I should have waited a little bit, but these are awesome. I bought like 4 of these so far. I'm not sure why it only says 2, but great little PC open air test frames. All right, now we are back into the drives here. So we mentioned the $70 1TB for the WD Black. Then we have some much more budget options that I think would probably be okay for salad rigs. So we have a 1TB SSD, pretty dang slow speed on it, but it is King Spec. That's a reputable brand, and it's 1 terabyte for $45. So that is very, very budget. Going to be hard for me to not go ahead and just pick one of those up as well today. It's going to get used in a PC eventually. Now, going a little less budget is this Crucial drive. So this one is $60 for 1 terabyte, and the speed is actually still very good on this one. So I wouldn't really recommend the WD Black. This one is about the same amount of speed for $60 instead of $70. Not too bad. Then we have some standard SSDs here, some SATA SSDs. We have a 1 terabyte drive for $46. You can see here the speed on the SATA drives definitely dropped substantially. It's like a fourth of even the most budget NVMe drive. But again, $46 for 1 terabyte. I think I would still go with this one right here. And in fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy one of these because I have some more salad rigs I'm building. And then we also have a 128 gigabyte drive. This would be for Hive OS, and this is $11 right here, so not bad at all. And then lastly, we have a one more 1 terabyte SSD drive. This one is 3500 speed and is only $50. I probably should have bought this one. King Spec again, so another reputable brand. But again, I don't think the speed matters that much for salad. I think you should be okay with one of these budget drives. And lastly, CPU coolers. Wasn't really that many deals. They're already pretty cheap. I also have some AliExpress CPU coolers on the way, so I'm excited to see how those perform. This is a Hyper 212. This is a good cooler. I've used this one before, and it's $23 instead of $30. So some pretty good deals today. If you guys have any plans to build computers for AI or CPU mining or even GPU mining or anything in the next few days, please use my links. It's honestly the best way to support the channel at no cost to you guys. And as always, I'll see you next time. I'll leave 2 of my recent videos up here that have been killing it. Thanks for the support, everyone.